Λοιπόν, ελάτε ορθοί. Ξεκινήσουμε με λίγο χαιρετισμούς στον ήλιο στο κέντρο και μετά θα πάμε στον τοίχο για βασικές στάσεις σήμερα. Εντάξει, συνήθως βασικές στάσεις κάνουμε δηλαδή, αλλά τώρα θα τις κάνουμε στον τοίχο. Μαρία, θες να έρθεις εσύ μπροστά μου, πώς? Μπροστάρισα. Ήρθε κάποιος ακόμα? Ναι. Δεν κάντε ένα χώρο εκεί ανάμεσα. Λίγο έτσι. Όχι, εντάξει. Λοιπόν, ελάτε στην ταντάσανα, στο μπροστά μέρος του στρώματος. Πάρτε 2-3 μεγάλες αναπνοές και αφήστε τη σκέψη να συγκεντρωθεί στο σώμα. Αφήστε την αναπνοή να βαθύνει. Okay, I'm going to switch to English for the class. Yeah, but there's going to be a lot of alignment and you're going to, you're going to miss... Yeah. Πώς είναι το όνομά σου? Ηρώ. Ηρώ, Σιραγώ, Αλεξάνδρα, Έλενα. Έλα εδώ, Ηρώ. Okay, so with the next breath in, bring your hands up. And exhale to Uttanasana. Inhale, right leg back onto the knee. And exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, push up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, Uttanasana directly. Inhale, left leg back. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, push up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Look towards the navel. And inhale, hands up. Exhale, Tadasana. And start again. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands up. And exhale directly forward. Inhale, right leg back. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, push up. So peel the shoulders away from the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg forward. Exhale, Uttanasana. Bring the weight forward onto the feet. Inhale, hands up. And exhale, Tadasana. One more time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, right leg back. Straight the knee. Straight knee. Exhale, Chaturanga. And inhale, up dog or cobra. So push the shoulders back to reveal the sternum to the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Press the left heel back. And exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale with the left leg. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Press the sternum to the sky. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg or left leg, sorry. Exhale, uttanasana. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, tadasana. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, uttanasana. Inhale with the right leg back. And as you exhale, you're going to straighten the left knee. And again, inhale forward. Exhale, straighten the knee. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale and reach forward as you fold. Inhale. And exhale, last one. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg forward. Straighten the back knee. And exhale, straighten the right leg. And again, inhale. Exhale. And 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale, reach forward with the spine. 1 more time. And exhale. Inhale, bend the leg. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Press the shoulders back and reach up to the sky with the sternum. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stay for 5 long breaths. Try to allow the heels to sink to the floor. And with each breath, there's less and less tension in the body and in the mind. Allow the mind to relax. Let go of any persistent thoughts. You know, even if this is difficult to do, then maybe you can just put the thoughts to the side for just an hour and a half. And you can come back to them later. Okay, so inhale the right leg up. And exhale, knee to the armpit. And again, inhale back. Exhale and move to the rhythm of the breathing. Inhale back, release the left heel to the earth. Exhale. And inhale back. Exhale, big step forward for warrior 1. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg, inhale up. Exhale, knee to the armpit. Straighten the elbows, inhale up. And exhale, second time. Inhale back. And exhale, one more time. Κάνε point και ανέβασε και το πέλμα. Έτσι, εισπνάει πίσω. And exhale, big step. Warrior 1. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. So try to stay with the breathing, even if there's movement. even if the movement is longer than the breathing, keep going. Try to elongate the breath so that there's enough for the movement. So take a deep breath in, try to fill the lungs as much as you can, create space between the collarbones. Exhale through the mouth. One more time, take the deepest inhalation. And exhale through the mouth. Okay, inhale, right leg up. You're going to stay for 5 breaths. I think we should square the hips for today. So, Last breath in. And as you exhale, bring the knee to the armpit for 3 long breaths. Straighten the arms and press the elbows towards each other. So the feet is also pulling up. So the foot is pulling towards the pelvis. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, long step forward. For warrior 2 this time, inhale all the way back to side warrior. So we open to the side. And exhale, elbow to the knee. 2 more times. Inhale back. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. You're going to stay. So try to see if there's any residual tension in the right foot and release any way that you can. So try to elongate the toes of the right leg forward. Release the ankle. Release the heel. Last breath in. As you exhale, knee to the armpit and try to lift as high as possible. So point the left foot and try to lift the heel to touch the bum. Press through the elbows, through the shoulders. Inhale, back and up. Exhale, big step forward. Warrior 2. Inhale, big circle to side warrior. All the way to side warrior. Exhale, elbow to the knee. And again, inhale back. Exhale. And 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale back. And exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find your breath. And try to create some space between the shoulders. So the shoulders are twisting to the outside. Χαλάρω στο κεφάλι. Ελεύθερο το κεφάλι. Okay, so come down and we'll take the mats against the wall. I know that it's warm. It's warm on purpose. Ναι. Κάτι διάμεσο είναι. Μην ξεδιπλώνεις, δεν μ' αρέσει πολύ το ξεδιπλώμα.
Απλά να έχουμε μέσα αυτά, οπότε...
Ναι, ενεργά εδώ ρε παιδί μου, αλλά ανεβαίνεις από τα πόδια περισσότερο. δηλαδή ενέργεια των ποδιών. Θα πούμε κάποια πράγματα τώρα, τα οποία ισχύουν τα ίδια και στην Tadasana, αλλά είναι περισσότερο από την ενέργεια των ποδιών. Ναι. Ωραία. Δεν μπορείς εκεί πέρα. Μπορείς εδώ όμως. Εδώ. So we're going to use the foot against the wall. So if it's painful, for me it's painful, you can fold the mat like this so that it goes up. So you can use it like this. If it's okay, then just leave it. Okay, so place the right heel against the wall. Okay, so we're going to go through some basic asanas and the alignment and activation. Yes. Some things might not make sense, you know. Some things might make sense. Try to just explore what happens in the asana, and you know, some things might come to you later. You know, maybe in a month or two, in a year or two, you will find it and see, this is what he said. He was talking about that Friday, today. Okay, so place the right heel against the wall and turn the foot so that another point touches the wall. And then take a long step so that the two heels are in one line. And now all the asanas that we're going to do, we're going to want to keep the back foot touching the floor and the wall as well. So you see what I'm doing with my arch? I'm doing this thing. I'm trying to create more arch for my back foot. This is what we're going to do the entire class. So turn your pelvis to look forward as much as you can and take your time to bend the knee. So turn and bring your awareness to the back foot again, bend the knee and maybe twist a little bit more and see what happens to the foot, correct the foot. So take your time, you know, make some rounds for the alignment. And then when you feel fine with your you know, how much you've twisted the pelvis, bring the hands up. And you can keep them separated, it's going to be a little bit easier. Or you can bring them together, which is going to be a little more difficult. And now keep twisting towards the front of the body. And keep making the arch a little bigger. And now pull the pubic bone up. So the pubic bone comes towards the belly button. Λύγησε πιο μπροστά. Λύγησε το γόνατο, μεγαλώνεις το βήμα. And long breathing. Λύγησε το γόνατο. Λύγησε, έτσι. And see if there is any tension in the toes and release the toes. Try to elongate the toes forward. Okay, last breath here. And as you exhale, go through the vinyasa. You can skip any vinyasas that you like. We're going through the vinyasa to equalize the body because there might be some tension. And then bring the other leg forward, bring the right leg forward. Place the left heel back against the wall. Find the connection of the back foot. And slowly start to find your step. Start squaring the hips. And now the right knee is reaching forward, but imagine that the back side of the right knee is reaching to the wall. Right? So there's two different two opposite directions for the activation. This is pressing back, but also the inside of the thigh is pressing to the wall, not the outside of it, right? So the inside is reaching for the wall. And now see that if you do this, this comes out a little bit. So you want to lift the pubic bone. for that to come back in, right? Okay, so you can lift the hands up when you're ready and see if that changes anything for your alignment. And keep doing the same alignment cycles. So you start from the feet, you correct the feet, go to the knees and then to the pelvis, and then maybe you can push the ribs in towards the spine. If everything goes fine, you can add the ribs, and then eventually there is the external rotation of the shoulders. So we want the elbows to look forward if possible. Μαλακά τα δάχτυλα στο πίσω πόδι. So soften the toes. You will see today that the toes we want to grasp the floor. Try to release the toes. Okay, go through the vinyasa. And if you feel like staying longer in some asana, you can stay, right? We go through the vinyasa so that there is no residual tension. No tension coming from one pose to the next. Okay, left leg forward again. For warrior 2 this time. So you go through the same thing. Place the foot against the wall. Try to find the connection with both the floor and the wall. Make the arch bigger. Oh. Oops. I just keep forgetting turning off my phone. Okay, so 2 heels on the same line, and now the pelvis opens to the side as much as you can, as wide as you can. And slowly start to bring the left knee over the ankle, and if that's easy, then you can maybe widen the step, and again try to reach over the ankle if it's possible. Keep going. You know, until the top side of the left thigh is parallel to the floor. So we want to keep going until the top side of the thigh is parallel to the floor, right? And now press the 2 thighs away from each other. And try to create some space between the pelvis and the legs. The hands can come up if you feel ready. But try to bring the sitting bones towards the pubic bone, right? The under bones of the pelvis. They want to come forward, and you create space by pushing the thighs away from each other for the bones to come up. Λύγησε λίγο. Λύγησε λίγο το γόνατο και εσύ. Σειραγώ, λύγησε λίγο ακόμα. Κι άλλο. Λύγησε. So most of you, the knee is over the heel. And we want the knee to be over the ankle. Λύγησε λίγο ακόμα. Λύγησε. Okay, so now you see that when you bend the knee, what happens? This is sticking out, right? Because there's not enough openness here. Okay, straighten the knee for just a second. So, for that not to happen, we want to do the same thing. Tuck the tailbone. Right? But you can also imagine that there's like the thigh is like a screw. So you're doing this movement with your thigh. It's like screwing the thigh. Right? But without lifting the arch. The arch is pushing to the floor. And you see how my toes are expanding if I do this? So I'm doing this movement with my thigh, which is lifting the arch. So I'm pressing the arch back down. And this is lifting the toes so that they can expand forward. Okay. So go back to warrior 2. And now bring the left hand over the head to reach for the wall. If you can't reach the wall, then press away from it to straighten the arm. If you can't reach the wall, just keep the arm straight. And the legs are exactly the same as in warrior 2. Keep breathing, stay with the breath. And try to tuck the left glute under the pelvis. So remember the screwing action of the thigh, and tuck the pelvis. So avoid the back bend. Avoid the back bend. This is just a side bend, which is really, really important for the practice. So try to avoid the back bend. Λίγο ακόμα έχει. Παρενάς. Και εδώ έχει λίγο ένταση. Where is everybody going? Okay, I'll straighten the leg one more time and take one of the blocks and put it to the outside of the left foot. We're going to go for Parsvakonasana. So for a while, for like a year or so, maybe more, in my practice I thought that the side bends are one of the most important things. It took a while to open the side bends, right? There's a lot of muscles here. But it turns out that they are really important because they work fine for back bends and for forward folds and for shoulder openers as well. So stay with the side bends. Whenever you see a side bend, it's really important to stay with the side bend. Don't open the chest to the sky. Right? Because this is kind of a back bend, but not really. Kind of a side bend, but not really. So, be precise. Okay. So, place the right leg to the wall, like we just did. Warrior 2 stance. The block is waiting to the outside of the leg. Find the warrior 2 legs and reach for the block. Μεγαλώστε το βήμα λίγο βαρβάρα και... Elena. Okay, so reach foot to the outside of the leg. Bring the right hand to touch the ear and try to close the armpit to face the floor. The right armpit facing the floor as much as you can. Now press the left knee onto the arm, and with this action try to tuck the pelvis under. So the left side of the left glute, you want to tuck it under the pelvis. Now press the left shoulder back towards the pelvis. Turn the elbows so that the veins of the elbows are facing forward. Right? And see if this is creating some tension to the left side of the body. Try to release the left side of the body forward. And now see if you're breathing. And if you're not breathing, try to allow the breath to flow into the body. And try to connect, through the breath, connect the back heel to the sternum. And create one strong line of energy connecting those two parts. Last breath here. And as you exhale, straighten the leg for Trikonasana, which is pretty much the same thing. It's exactly the same thing as Parsvakonasana. So imagine that the left sitting bone wants to push forward. Imagine that you're trying to push the left sitting bone towards the wall that you're facing. And now keep the weight onto the left arch. Keep the weight onto the left arch of the foot. And take a look at your body, and if the right side of the right ribs are sticking out, then try to inhale from the right ribs towards the left ribs. Okay, last breath. And exhale to go through the vinyasa. And come onto your knees. So there's all these alignment cues that we're going through today, right? So like for example, this is sticking out, I'm trying to bring it in, right? And the shoulder is sticking out, I'm trying to bring it in. So all this movement, or the pelvis, is like, it's twisting, right? So all this movement in the asana. Many times we think of the asana as something really static, and I'm going to stay there, I'm going to keep it there, and eventually it's going to grow and it's going to open and going to get stronger, you know? But that's not really how it works. There is long-term movement in the asana. It's just that you cannot really see it today. But if you take a picture for every week for a year, then you will see the movement, right? So keep that movement in mind. It's about where you want the body to go, right? It's not about where it is today. So the activation, you need to have that long-term image in your head, right? So, like for example, we say forward folds. Don't round the back in forward folds, but how can I not round the back? This is what can I do? If you keep activating the sternum forward, then eventually this is going to happen to your body. It's not going to happen today, but it's not going to happen if you don't activate it, right? Okay, so let's go for the second side. So find your foot, find the root of the asana. I like to call that the root of the asana, the back heel. And widen your stance, widen your step. And again, bend the knee, reach over the ankle. If you can reach, then widen the step and keep going. And now open the left side of the pelvis back and see, okay, if it cannot open back all the way, then maybe the chest can open back all the way. So push the left side of the sternum, of the chest back, and maybe you can pull. Use the abs to pull the pelvis. Right? And again, create space between the two thighs. Push one thigh away from the other. Lift the pubic bone. And of course, use the breath. So as you inhale, imagine the inhalation reaching all the way to the pelvis and creating space for the hips. As you exhale, imagine the energy dropping through the tailbone towards the earth, sinking a little deeper into the pose. Long breaths and see if there's any tension in the mouth, in the tongue, right? And release, let go of any tension. Okay, straighten the leg, reach over with the right hand, and bend the knee again. So, side warrior. Side warrior. We're going to go against the wall first, and then bend the knee. So try to stay with the alignment. So the right knee pushes outside over the ankle. And again, see if you're in the side bend, and this side bend can feel very tense in the beginning. But try to breathe. Breathe into the sensation of the pose. Last. And slowly we'll soften. Okay, last breath in, straighten the leg. And as you exhale, bend the knee and reach to the outside of the leg for the block for Padma Konasana. So the left arm touches the ear. Left arm touches the ear. And try to close the armpit to the foot. Okay, so now take a look at your back foot, which is against the wall, and see if you can see a straight line on your top side of the body. Try to figure out how that straight line happens. And then try to press the left hip against the wall. So if the pelvis is collapsing, press the left hip against the wall. Ooh, burns, burning. Okay, last breath in. As you exhale, straighten the leg. Trikonasana. Okay, very nice. Stay with your breathing. And again, see if the top side of the body is a straight line, if the left side of the body is a straight line. And if not, then breathe from the left side of the body into the right side of the body. Okay, last breath as you exhale, go through the vinyasa. Very nice. Come onto your knees. Okay, so since we're exploring the alignment and the activation of the poses, don't go too far. If you try to go 100% into the pose, there's not going to be room for improvement, room for changes, right? If I reach all the way that I can't move anything. And today we want to be moving things, right? We want to be moving the pelvis and try to figure out what's happening. So if I go all the way, there's no way I can move my pelvis. But if I go easier, then maybe there's some room for me to look around, right? So, like 70%, 75%. No more than 80%. So, I see that we have some issues with the lower shoulder. So, we're saying, so reach over and you can come this way if you like. Yeah, I'm gonna turn a little bit. So this shoulder is usually pushing forward. I'm trying to make that a straight line and this shoulder is pushing forward. I want this shoulder to be pushing back. And the elbow is twisting so that the veins are looking forward. Right? So I'm twisting this way. And if I'm twisting this way, the shoulder is coming forward. And I want to push the shoulder back. If I push the shoulder back, then this happens. This collapses a little bit and this comes up. Right? So I want to be pushing back with the shoulder, but pushing forward with the chest. And if I'm pushing forward with the chest, then this is collapsing. You see? Now it's a little bit collapsed. So I'm going to activate the legs and press the pelvis back. You see? This little movement. It's so funny. Right? I mean, where does that come from? What is that? And then there's the shoulder as well. The shoulder goes back, and the ribs go forward, and the pelvis is pushing back. There's all those things that are happening at the same time. But the legs are so active that I don't need the hand. This is an illusion, right? I don't need the hand. So putting all these together is going to take a while, right? So take it one thing at a time. Find how the shoulder, like now I'm going to look into the shoulder. Am I doing the shoulder? How's my shoulder doing? And then what are the ribs doing? You know? And then do it for a while, it's going to get better. And then you can add the legs in your own time. Okay, so we're going to go back to Parsvakonasana and take a look at these things. So right heel against the wall. Warrior two legs. Αλλάξε μεριά, άλλο πόδι. So find your warrior two. Bring the block to the outside of the left leg. Oh, that sucks. When you place the foot, it's, you know, take your time to place the foot and then the block is over there and you have to go. Okay, so reach over to the outside of the leg. And take some time. And, you know, one alignment element at a time. One thing at a time. Try to figure that out. But press the left side of the pelvis under the right side of the pelvis. Which means that the knee is pushing against the arm. Mm-hmm. And the arm is pushing against the knee as well. So twist the elbow so that the veins are facing forward. And press the shoulder back. Mm-hmm. And then try to elongate the underside of the body. But always keep pressing back. And use your breath, so breathe through the right side and into the left side. Okay, very nice. So go through the vinyasa. Yeah, that's much better. And second side. Again. Right leg forward. Find your step. And try to see what's happening with the right shoulder. Extend the right ribs forward. So if your ribs are touching onto the thigh, then try to walk the ribs forward onto the thigh. And push back the shoulder. But see if you're pushing back the shoulder, if the ribs are sticking out in the front. Ξανά λίγο μέσα εδώ και μάκρυνε μπροστά. Μάκρυνε μέσα όμως. Σπρώξε τον ώμο σου πάνω στο χέρι μου. Εδώ, Okay, go through the vinyasa. Come onto the knees. I forgot one thing. I forgot to tell you about the top arm in Parsvakonasana, which is this way. So again, it's the external rotation of the shoulder. So when I was saying close the armpit to the floor, I'm saying use this thing. So the armpit is facing down, right? So not this way, but this way. Right? What does that remind you of? Oh, it's the same thing. Right. So every other asana, right? This is what happens in all the asanas. Downward facing dog, it's the same thing. Handstand, same thing. Warrior 2, same thing. Warrior 1. Right? Okay, so go back to downward facing dog. And lift the left leg up. So now you might need to move away from the wall. You might need to adjust your positioning. And use your left foot to square the hips. Square the hips. Πώς το λέμε αυτό? Να τετραγωνίσουμε. Να κλείσουμε την αριστερή μεριά της λεκάνης προς το πάτωμα. So you need to be touching. Για να κατεβείτε λίγο. Everybody go down. So I'm going to use the wall like this and square the hips. So the top heel is going to be pressing against the wall. So you're not going to be this way, pointing. You're going to be flexing, right? And square the hips. And then push the left side of the pelvis back. Okay. Go again. So you need to find the correct distance from the wall so that can happen easily. Don't go too deep. And try to release the right heel to the floor. And now try to press both of the arches, the right arch presses to the floor and the left arch presses to the wall. Η καμάρα, οι δύο καμάρες των πελμάτων. Η δεξιά καμάρα σπρώχνει στο πάτωμα, η αριστερή καμάρα σπρώχνει στον τοίχο. And now press the right side of the pelvis towards the wall. So that maybe you can feel, you can gain some space in your right ribs if you do that. So the right side of the pelvis presses against the wall. Okay, last breath and take a big step forward. We're going to go for warrior one again against the wall. So the same way, the heel goes against the wall. Same thing like you did before. Find your warrior two legs. No, warrior one legs. Slowly bend the knees, square the hips forward. Ανάποδα είσαι πάλι. Μπορείς να μείνεις, απλά είναι ανάποδα οι οδηγίες. So now reach over with the right elbow over the left knee. So we're going to twist. Place the palms together. And see now how the toes are grasping. Release the toes. Let go of any tension with the toes. But again, the back arch is lifting. Lift the back arch as high as you can. And activate the shoulders like we did in Parsvakonasana. Remember how we were pushing back the right shoulder in Parsvakonasana? It's the same thing. Push the shoulders away from the head. And now try to use your breath to connect the back heel to the sternum. So as you breathe in, the sternum is lifting forward. And this is the last breath. As you exhale, bring the hands to the floor. You can use two blocks if you need. And we're going to straighten the leg. So the back foot stays the same way. The arch is lifting. And now press the left side of the pelvis back to the wall. So the left side of the pelvis back to the wall. And keep the weight onto the left arch, which means, it just means internal rotation of the thigh. It's no more than that. Μεγάλο στην πίσω καμάρα, τέλος το πολύ καλά εδώ. Και κλείσε τη λεκάνη. Κλείσε μπροστά αυτό. Ναι, κι άλλο. Έτσι. Βάρος εδώ. Βάρος λίγο στην καμάρα. Μέσα το βάρος. Σπρώξε πίσω αυτή τη μεριά της λεκάνης και μπροστά. Έτσι. Κλείσε λίγο τη λεκάνη εδώ. Έτσι και δώσε λίγο. Αυτό, βλέπεις πως ανοίγει εδώ. Πονάει το... Κλείνει η καμάρα. Σπρώξε. Okay, so bring the block to the inside of the leg, to the inside of the foot. Stay as you are. Place your palm on the block and press away from the floor with the right hand. Nobody's doing anything. Why? Press on the block, and this is going to open the chest to the side. Now, don't hurry. We're still looking to the floor. Still looking to the floor. So the eyes to the floor. Okay, and press against the floor and try to open the left shoulder. And when you open the left shoulder, then reach up with the left hand. And if the alignment is fine, only then you can twist the head. If you're worried about the alignment, don't twist the head. And again, think of the Parsvakonasana shoulders, right? So the right shoulder is pushing back. The piece all of it. Yes. But also now, think of the pelvis in the previous pose. Is your left side of the pelvis pushing to the wall? Okay, release and go to the vinyasa. Oh my goodness, so many things happening in one asana. Okay, find your breath and find your composure again. Okay, let's take a breath. Come onto the knees. So you see how we're layering, how we're building up to this pose. First it's the feet, right? And then it's the pelvis. And then it's the folding forward and pushing back the pelvis. And then it's twisting, right? And then it's the shoulders. So it's the same thing that is happening in all the poses. It's just hidden somehow. So we need to figure out how it's hidden. Okay, let's go for the second side. Down dog. Dani. Okay, lift the right leg up to the wall. Square the hips and use the wall to find the internal rotation for both the legs. So try to elongate the arch of the feet, both to the floor and the wall. Press the left side of the pelvis back to the wall. Okay, last breath. Step forward. Find your warrior one against the wall. Take your time. Bend the knee, and when you reach, you can reach. Bring the left elbow onto the right knee. Go on. Bring your palms together. And try to figure out the way that we use the shoulder in Padmasana. Try to figure out how we use it there. So pull the shoulders back towards the pelvis. Maria μεγάλο στο βήμα σου. Μεγάλος. Κι άλλο, έχει αρκετό ακόμα. Πονάει το πίσω. Πονάει το γόνατο. Οκ, εντάξει. We want to push. Βάλετε καλύτερα τον αγκώνα πάνω στο γόνατο για τώρα. Έτσι, για να βρεις την κίνηση. And we want to push the hands to come to the center of the heart. Long breath. And as you exhale, bring your hands to the floor. Straighten the knee. And try to figure out the same sensation like we did in warrior in down dog with the leg up. So the right side of the pelvis is pushing to the wall. So now try to see if the belly is tense. Σπρώξε το γόνατο να τεντώσει. Πίσω ή δεξιά. Κι άλλο. Μην χάνεις το γόνατο. Το πίσω. Έτσι. So now release the belly. And as you breathe in, try to connect the bottom of the spine to the top of the spine. So as you breathe in, elongate the back side of the body forward. And if that works out fine, then maybe activate the belly just a little bit so that you can inhale into the sternum now and elongate the front side of the body so that both sides of the body elongate forward. Both the front side of the body and the back side of the body. And also the two sides. Okay, so bring the block to the inside of the foot. Place your left hand, and it's like trying to push into the earth, right? Don't only push into the block, try to push like half a meter below the block. And this will open the heart to the side, and reach up with the shoulder. You can bring up the hand if you feel ready. And the head turns last. So again, the right side of the pelvis, is it pushing back? Is it really activated to push back? Am I bringing some weight onto the right arch? Is my spine reaching forward towards the head? Or is it rounding somewhere? My shoulders activating. Okay, last breath. Exhale. Go through the vinyasa. And come onto the knees. And take a breath. That's all with the torture against the wall. So you see how things that we find in one asana are hidden in the other asanas, right? So this is why the basic asana is really important. If you want to advance into the practice, then you need to always come back to the basic asana. And understanding better the basic asana is going to help you understand the more advanced asana. And understanding the more advanced asana is actually going to make you understand the basic asana a bit better. So always keep coming back to the basics. This is why every 5th week I go through the basics again. Okay, so turn to the wall. We're going to do Janushirasana against the wall. So first look here. So Janushirasana is this one. Right, we're placing this to the inside, and when you do it on the floor, it's going to go like this. So try to avoid this and flex the foot, and try to press the arch onto the thigh. You're not going to do this, but I'm going to come in. So press the arch against the thigh. This is going to lift the knee. If the knee is lifting off the floor, place a block under it, because we want to use this connection to push back. So you're going to push back against the block or the floor, and this is going to push this side forward. What does that remind you of? Anybody? Where did we do this today? Eh? So δεύτερο. Eh? Warrior 2. We're here and we're pressing here. It's the same thing. Okay, so face the wall. Gonna take one of the blocks and place the foot on the block like this, so that only the top side of the foot is on. Left foot to the wall, right foot to the thigh. And now press the heel to the wall, the left heel to the wall before you start anything else. And press the right side of the pelvis to the wall, so that your hips are facing the wall. And now place the foot against the thigh. Flex the foot so that the arch is pressing onto the thigh. Support the knee if you need to. And now press the knee down. And this is going to bring the right side of the pelvis forward. And reach forward for the wall. So actively push the right arch against the thigh. Και ακόμα περισσότερο, το μικρό δάχτυλο να απομακρύνεται από τον μυρό. Το δεξί μικρό δάχτυλο να απομακρύνεται από τον μυρό. And you can also press the left arch to the wall. Oh, everybody is discussing alignment. So, yeah, most of you can activate a little better with the right arch. And see that if you... Ναι. Ναι, μπροστά, όσο μπορείτε. Ναι, ναι, όπως το κάνεις. Oh yeah, so if you activate the right leg correctly, you might feel that the asana is not only about the hamstrings. It's not only about the left leg, right? It goes to the right thigh, to the right knee, to the pelvis, to the back. There's all these things that need to release. Okay, so come back and change sides. Try to do the same thing on your own. And remember to activate the right arch to the wall as well. Δεξιά καμάρα σπρώχνει στον τοίχο. Δεν θα γίνει πολύ εύκολα χωρίς αυτό. Μα δεν κατέβεις χαμηλά. Βασικά σπρώξε την αριστερή λεκάνη μπροστά λίγο. Έτσι. Τράβα πίσω τους ώμους. Κατέβα το κεφάλι λίγο. Έτσι, τράβα πίσω τους ώμους. Πιο ενεργά. Έτσι, εκεί είναι ίσια η πλάτη σου. Okay, come back and straighten both the legs forward. Straighten both the legs, ίσια πόδια. And now we're going to go for Virasana, which is the last one. So come onto your knees and we're going to sit between the heels. So come onto your knees. And sit between the heels. If there is any tension in the knees or the hips or anywhere, you can sit on the block. So we want to sit between the heels, right? Not onto the heels. So the thighs are touching. thighs are close to each other. And sit between the heels, right? So open the feet to the side. Yeah, you can peel away the shins, τις γάμπες. Να πιάσετε τις γάμπες και να τις ανοίξετε έξω. So now we want to be very actively pushing the small toe side to the floor. Την πλευρά του μικρού δαχτύλου προς το πάτωμα. Πιο κοντά μυρίσουν μεταξύ τους. Και κάτσε και σε δεύτερο τουλάκι αν χρειάζεται. Έδωσε ένα τουλάκι ακόμα. Και σε δεύτερο. Και πάμε τώρα. So now we want to bring the head to touch the knees. But take it very, very slow. Take some time, go down and see how it feels, and then go a little deeper and see how it feels. Don't hurry with these ones. If you feel any tension in the knees, then you can just come out. So now we want to round the back. Round the back as much as you can. And if you can touch the knees, and maybe go up to the thighs towards the pelvis. Okay, come back. And we're going to go into Supta Baddha Konasana instead of Savasana for today. So lay back. And take one block between the shoulder blades. Bring the feet together and open the knees to the side. And we have eye pillows. Yay! There's two kinds. It's lavender and something else. Είναι ωραίο. Για τα μάτια, whoever wants for the eyes. Λίγο πιο κάτω, θα σου λεκάνεις. Don't wipe your sweat with the head pillows. Ανάμεσα στις ομοπλάτες. Είσαι εδώ. Για δοκίμασε κι εσύ. Να πάρω κι εγώ ένα. Αλεξάνδρα, λίγο πιο χαμηλά προς τη λεκάνη το τουβλάκι. So you can bring the feet together and open the knees to the side. Καλά είσαι. And just release all your weight onto the floor. And you can come into normal Savasana anytime you like. If it's too much, then just come into regular Savasana. Take a deep breath in. And slowly move to your right side. Come directly over the block to your right side. From there, come to the seated position. Bring the hands together. I'm going to finish with 3 ohms. Deep breath in. Breath in, thank your body for allowing you to be in the practice. Your hands to the third eye and thank the spirit within. And as you bow down, thank those that have started on the path before you.